out of the moonlight.
All right. Good afternoon. I am Pamela Martin from Fred TV. We are reporting from the annual Children's Holiday Parade. I am joined by my good friend and wonderful elf, Anne-Marie Holly of Recreation.
That's me. Thank you so much for having me here today.
You're the expert putting this together for years. I am so excited to have a color commentary.
I know. I'm excited to be here. I've been dreaming of this day, to be honest. Ever since I've walked past you as the elf, I'm like, I need to get next to Pam, and here I am.
All right. Well, the industry pro with another pro.
Yes.
So give me a little bit of a heads up on what we're going to see. I mean, you guys work for months to get this going.
Yes, we have a great parade lined up today. We have a ton of marching bands, music coming from a bunch of different floats, over 25 floats with us today. All of the marching groups, we have all participation from every single public school in Fall River, so all of the elementary schools, the middle schools, and we have Durfee joining us, more than just the high school band this year, so we're really excited to welcome them as well.
I think it's a good time. It really puts everybody just in the festive mood. The weather's chilly. We get it.
It's a little, but it's December. Exactly.
Yeah. I kind of get ticked off when people say that. I'm like, come on. I know it's technically fall.
I know.
But it's December. So your little one, Avery's about a year and a half, right?
She is, and she's watching at home right now, live on Facebook Live. So they're set up nice and warm inside. And
yes. Well, a couple years, she'll be like mine used to be.
Oh, yes. She was here last year, but this year we have a little bit more of a ride, so she stayed home with Dad.
Excellent. Excellent. And I want to thank the students, too, at Fall River Educational Television. That's Fred TV at Durfee High School. They do a dynamite job helping us out behind the scenes, front of the scenes. So you've been at Kennedy Park now since about 7:30.
Yes.
What's going on down there?
This morning. Well, it's pretty quiet when we get there in the morning. It's nice and peaceful. We take the time to set up all of the numbers around the park to keep things organized. We have different check-ins for different kinds of units, and it's starting to slowly fill in. But I got to leave when it gets really chaotic. So I'm excited to see what comes down the street. And be surprised with everybody else. I get to watch the parade this year, which is pretty incredible.
Well, we've talked before about how it really is a fluid, moving object, right?
Yes.
Folks want to join at the last minute. Some folks drop out.
Yes.
So you've really got to be flexible. I think that's the name of the game, not only as moms, but as workers, organizers, life.
That's for sure. Yes, and we do. We get changes all the way up until right before the parade, and even as it's coming down the street, people are kind of being jumping in when they can. So.
Well, you can see the kids are excited. This is why you do this every year,
Every single year. It's worth all of the stress and craziness of the week leading up to it to see the smiling faces on the kids that turn out.
Well, we've talked, too, about how it's really put our city on the map. It's been a premier event.
Yes.
Definitely one of the largest Christmas parades in New England.
That's right.
And I think to be a part of that is so exciting to kick off the Christmas season here in Fall River. I also want to remind folks about the Durfee Scholarship Association Arts and Crafts Fair at Durfee this weekend.
Yep.
Raising money for a worthy cause. And stay with us. We'll have live visuals from the 4 p.m. tree lighting. But right now, let's take a look at the team effort that was required to move this massive fir tree. Members of the Unitarian Church on North Main Street planted a sapling in 1990 to celebrate Arbor Day. And look at it now. Church moderator Eric Darling said, as children are known to grow, so too does a tree. And what was the size of the tree then?
About 3 feet, maybe, at tops.
Is it posing some kind of hazard or inconvenience to the church at this time?
It's starting to at this point. It's actually encroaching on the building and the fence, and it's just getting too big. It's going to continue to get big. It's been growing about a foot a year, or a little bit more than a foot a year. And if it goes much longer, we're going to have it taken down anyway. But this way, at least the rest of the city gets to enjoy it again for the holiday season.
When you see it standing here is one thing, but when you see it on a truck and then in front of Government Center, it just looks so much bigger. it's just a perfect tree, really. Usually every tree we find has kind of a dead spot, and that'd be the side that we put up against Government Center. This tree actually has no dead spot, so it's almost a shame when you lay it down on a trailer that we're going to break some branches, but that's part of the deal.
The 42-foot blue spruce is so ideal, so shapely, so full, it's a shame to see it go, according to John Parry, Director of Community Maintenance.
I've had my eye on this one for a few years, but we finally got it. So we find the tree, and then we start to logistically look at what we're dealing with. Are there overhead wires, traffic concerns? You know, the trip to Government Center is the most difficult part most of the time.
Hoot-on crane operators give their time every year to hoist and move the tree to its place of honor at Government Center. This one weighs a whopping 6,000 pounds.
It's a good time, you know. I ride the tree down to Government Center. You get to see all the people come out and look at it in amazement, see a tree that size.
The tree is secured with a floor brace and ties.
But this is a good full tree. This is probably one of the fullest trees and perfect shaped tree to decorate. So I think it's going to look nice this year. And we've been doing, I think this is our 11th year, putting the tree up. So we pretty much got it down to a science now.
This operation, though somewhat risky, plays out like a carefully timed dance, according to Brian Bishop of Bishop Electric.
I grew up in this city, and everybody can do a little bit giving back. It helps a lot. And it's for the kids. Kids love to see the tree lit.
Brian's crew looks forward to this job. They'll string more than 8,000 lights over 2 days. Okay. Beautiful. We
Such
are
a beautiful
back.
tree.
Isn't that fun?
I know, we have a very nice view of it from here as well.
I have to say I'm proud of the employee of Bishop Electric that was springing the lights. That's my 19-year-old.
Oh, that's something to be proud of. That's incredible. It looks great. I can't wait to see it all lit up tonight.
Well, we will at 4 o'clock. We'll have, excuse me, live video of that. And the members of the Unitarian Church also told me that they hope to plant another sapling later on this spring. So I'm sure they'll nurture and cherish it for, who knows, a couple decades to come.
Right? We'll see it. Maybe, you know, my kid will be stringing the lights up on it when the next one comes from there.
Well, all these years I'd see the tree getting strung, and then, you know, suddenly it's my kid doing the lights now 19 years later.
It's incredible.
Yeah, life just has
Full
a funny
circle.
way. Full circle. I'm proud to be part of the community. And if you haven't yet been to the Victorian Christmas display, Michael Martins, his staff, and 30 volunteers really decked the halls of the Fall River Historical Society Christmas display on Rock Street. So I want to give you a look at that right now.
We have 7 trees this year, 6 that are incredibly over the top, and each one has a different theme. It's a long project. We start in early October, and we just about make it by the time we open. One thing I think that visitors are going to really enjoy, besides the wonderful trees, is our museum shop. Our museum shop has a huge array of very unique gifts. When we buy for the shop, we try to find things that you're not going to be able to find anywhere else. One of our most popular things, of course, is McCour's candy. Everybody that is of a certain age remembers McCour's department store downtown affectionately. And we decided that we were going to mimic their candy department boxes and offer all kinds of wonderful sweet treats.
Deck the halls. Visit the Fall River Historical Society annual open house. Admission to the Victorian Christmas extravaganza is free, however donations are requested. Hours through December are 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and 1 to 5 on Saturdays and Sundays.
All right. Hey, there's a look, Anne-Marie.
It's a very exciting moment here. Getting ready.
And you can see really a good turnout.
Yes.
Folks are bundled up. Remember, we'll have hot chocolate, visits with Santa, photos with Santa, cooking making.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, story time all right up here.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so stick around. Just because we head out of the parade, we'll be up there. There's way more going on for kids.
Yes. And you know what? There's still time. If you're at home and, you know, you're seeing this and you're like, I got to get down there, there's plenty of time to get down here. The parade is going to last for a couple of hours. And obviously you can stick around for the tree lighting and take advantage of all those wonderful things.
Well, I want to mention, too, one quick stop as we head back to the Historical Society piece. The Historical Society on Rock Street was actually a stop on the Underground Railroad.
Really? I did not know that.
I learned some. I don't know how many times I've been there, and I just learned that this year. So amazing the history we have in this city, and I give quite a lot of kudos to the people who work to preserve it every day. So tell me what's happening at Recreation. You've got some stuff coming up too.
Yes, we do. So this coming, actually tomorrow, we keep the Christmas spirit going with our annual Christmas celebration that runs from 12 to 3 over at 45 Rock Street. We will have face painting, we will have cookie decorating, pictures with Santa, arts and crafts. We have caricatures that kids can sit and have pictures of them drawn. We'll have a hayride, and Thomas the Train, who's actually part of the parade, comes back tomorrow and gives rides right around our neighborhood. So it's a really great time. You know, it's just such a great weekend in the city to kind of kick off the Christmas spirit and get things going.
And you know what I like most about it is that it's completely affordable. I mean, 99% of these events are free.
Yes, exactly. How do you not go and take advantage of that?
I don't know. I don't know.
And I mean, we'll have actually Blount Fine Foods donated some soup for tomorrow. So you come, you have lunch, and you walk away with some great arts and crafts that you can hang on your windows in your home, and your kids can look at them and be excited that Christmas and the holidays are right around the corner.
Well, as the day goes on, if you want to shout out to those sponsors, we want to hear it.
Okay, you
So
got
feel
it.
free. Everybody likes to hear their name on television. I know that.
True.
So I want to run down the Durfee students that help us out today. Abby is a junior. Daniel, a junior. Nick, a sophomore. Amy, a junior. Hannah, a senior. Nathan, a senior. And Carlos, a senior. You're getting a look at some of them right there. These nice young men and women do a great job helping us film city council meetings. They film weekend events, other meetings that involve our government. It's a great way to foster participation in city government as well as learning and earning. We pay these kids.
Yeah, that's incredible. And let me tell you, since I've arrived here, I've never done live TV before, and they've been so professional, know what they're doing, keeping us in the loop. It's really quite incredible to see.
We're very lucky to have this program over at Durfee High School. It's really been ranked one of the best in the state for some of the Emmys and awards that our students win. So again, thank you to our students at Fred TV. And speaking of young people, more than 40 years ago, employees at the anti-poverty agency Citizens for Citizens began collecting toys for needy children in our region. Well, that tradition continues, and your help is needed. Organizers say those in the past who received assistance now come back and volunteer every year and continue to pay it forward.
I've been here 15 years now, and I have the same people coming that received toys when they were kids. Their children come, their grandchildren come, because the program has helped so many people, and even if they can't afford to buy a toy or a stocking stuffer, they can afford to give their time to give back to us, and that's just as much appreciated. There are a lot of grandparents raising children. There are a lot of foster parents raising children, and the money is not there. You have grandparents who are on Social Security. they're very limited income, and I have so many grandparents raising their grandkids, their great-grandkids. Monetary donations can be made at the office here at 264 Griffin Street. You can also go onto our website, and there's a button you can click to donate. Once we receive funding, any monies we receive, we have several distribution places that we go to, and we purchase the toys at a discounted price.
And thank you, Crystal, for all that you do for our community. Here we are again.
Hello.
So the toy distribution that we just talked about will happen on Saturday, December 14th from 9 to 5. There's still some time, Crystal says, to sign up if you feel that you or family member are in need of some playthings for the Christmas. Get over to CFC on Griffin Street. Need a voucher, they'll let you know. And then that line, I'm usually there that morning, starts forming around 7:30.
Oh, wow.
Of people. It's just, like she said, changing demographics. The need is so great with parents and grandparents that are unable to provide, and the number of even great-grandparents that are raising their great-grandchildren.
Yeah, that's incredible. And I there's no better gift to give than giving this season. So if you're able to donate toys, it's the thing to do, and it's a great lesson to teach your kids, and
Absolutely.
it gives the best feeling of the entire holiday season.
It's societal changes that we see that were not there when you and I were younger. And so people say, well, why is the need continuing to grow? Because sadly, some of the social problems that have struck across the country have also here in Fall River. So please, if you can give to Citizens for Citizens or the Veterans Association of Bristol County, any groups that are in need, we make that plea here today as well. And stay with us for fun stuff. It's not all doom and gloom. 4 o'clock, the tree lighting.
Yes, I can't wait. And I know Santa Claus is sticking around for the tree lighting as well. So if the big man of the season has the time to stay, I think so do the people here in Fall River.
Yeah, this guy's got a really busy month, but he's here with us in Fall River.
Yeah, and he stays for the entire weekend, takes a few days off, and then he actually comes back because Recreation does a dinner with Santa next Friday night, and he comes and he actually gives individual toys to kids that attend that. They get a dinner, they get to sit on Santa's lap again, and then they get to choose a toy at the dinner. So it's a really great event. Santa can't stay away from the Christmas spirit in Fall River. It's amazing.
When you have one of the best Christmas parades in New England with thousands of people, you've been seeing our video, the viewing stands are already full. We want to give a shout out to the World War II veterans who will participate at the start of the parade. Today is Pearl Harbor Day. So we will pause, reflect on the more than 2,000 lives lost on that day, and these brave souls from World War II, very few with us remain, will be taking a seat of honor if they choose. If they choose.
Yes. It is a little chilly outside, and many of the veterans that are joining us are well into their 90s.
It's amazing.
The fact that they're even coming out today is absolutely incredible. But I know as a committee, we sat down and we said if this parade is falling on December 7th, we need to recognize just the day as well as the veterans in a special way because they've given so much for our country.
We do take that time, and there was a ceremony approximately noontime at Battleship Cove on board the battleship, as there has been, 50 years now or so since the battleship has arrived here in Fall River. So again, we pay tribute to the veterans as we do celebrate the Christmas season. It's always time to remember to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice and continue to give back and serve our country. And that's why we do collect toys. Again, military families are also assisted at CFC.
Yes, and I know that there are other places as well collecting toys for Tots programs, many events happening in the city to give families an opportunity.
Right, no shortage of folks who want to care. We really come out to help one another. We see that when we have fires. We see that at the events, the candlelight vigils we hold.
Yes.
We really see, I see the start of the parade, I think, but we really see community effort. Look at you, you're gasping, right?
It's so great. I get so excited.
Well, how long do you folks, you tell me that you have a powwow a week later to say this worked, this didn't work.
That is correct. And I have to tell you, I work very closely with Reno Vivala, who's one of my best friends at Recreation every year. And he last year was already whispering ideas for this year. The day before the parade, I was like, can we get through the 2018 parade before we plan the 2019? So we do. We actually, Fred TV is wonderful and gives us copies that we'll sit down as a staff and as a committee and watch what happened on the parade route and kind of see how we can improve and change for next year.
But the good thing is, Anne Marie, that you've kind of developed such a reputation now that no longer is it the hunt and peck, right? Folks come to you.
It's true.
Hey, we want to be a part of this. It's so cool.
Yeah, and it's great. And we're getting different organizations from around the city that we haven't had before. And just that fact alone, it's like bringing more people to the parade, having more participants in it, and we just grow bigger and bigger. And it's an awesome experience to be a part of.
Well, Fred TV is certainly very proud to bring this parade to you folks at home, whether you watch online, whether you're streaming it on your phone, whether you're sitting in front of the tube like my mom, Wilhelmina. Hi, Mom. I know you're watching. So it's really a great opportunity, and we're proud to do it as well. And in fact, it's just part of people talk about the parade. Oh, we'll see you again. We'll see you again at the parade. You know, and you know that it's a staple in the city.
It is. And I know as somebody who helps manage the Facebook page for the parade and things like that, we're getting messages about it throughout the year. And, I remember somebody was letting us know that they come every year from Florida to bring their grandchildren to this parade. It's something that lives on for generations. I mean, it's the 35th parade, and so kids that attended when they were younger are now bringing their children, and it goes on and on. It's a great tradition to have in the city.
So, if I remember correctly, your budget is approximately $60,000.
About $60,000.
All either donated or fundraised. No overhead from the city, correct?
Correct. That is absolutely right. So we have a great committee that goes out and talks to the local businesses, banks, and organizations that make donations. And you'll see some of them in the parade today carrying balloons and participating as well, which is even better. We want, people to know and recognize the generous donations that are given to us year after year.
Right, and it's not just the large businesses, it's the mom and pops as well.
Right.
So the first funding with this parade was really only $10,000 under Mayor Carlton Viveris. That's the first mayor I started working under here in Fall River. And that's hard to believe that you just grew to such an entity.
Yes.
You're your own, trademark, right?
This is going to be my 10th parade this year, and I remember kind of participating in the first two and really starting to get a feel for what it was. I wasn't planning it at all. I was just marching with some youth groups that I was helping manage, and then now to be a part of it on this end is absolutely incredible. And to watch it grow, I mean, well over 130 units in the parade nearly every year. We have, like we said, the floats, the bands, people traveling from various parts of the Northeast to come and bring the smiles to children's faces.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I also love, it's kind of like a little reunion sometimes, I mean, I'm always out and about in the city like you are, and you see folks and they're, oh, wow, what's the next parade and where are you going to be for the next parade? And then they talk about either their memories of coming to the parade or, of course, their kids, bringing their kids, or now that you have every single public and private school participating from the city, right? That's pretty cool.
All of the public schools. We do have a handful of private schools that are here, but all of the public schools are present.
Okay. We can see right up at the top of our screen that our parade started, right, with the police unit. Tell us about that, Anne Marie.
Police unit. Yeah, so every year we work very closely with the police department. Obviously, we need their help on the street to be able to do some crowd control, to be able to shut down, different streets in the city, and they generously help us out every year. We have the motorcycles that like to lead off the parade and do some tricks. We work with Deputy Chief Cullen. He attends some of our meetings and is always willing to help us out in any way to make this parade run smoothly, have it be safe, and make sure that people are staying on the sidewalks and not running into the parade route. So just wonderful to have them here and helping every single year. Well, it wouldn't be possible without them.
It would not be possible. And it's just amazing when you get a look at the changes in the police force. We just completed, through Fred TV, a diversity training video. And they've hired their first Cambodian police officer after all these years. Another thing I didn't know.
I know, that's incredible.
So great young man, excited to join the force. Real team effort that you see between the different agencies in Fall River, and that's why we're able to make programs like this kind of go off almost without a hitch.
Almost without a hitch.
Usually without a hitch. So we also have some balloons coming by. I don't want to give away the thunder.
Yes. We have a different style balloon this year, a tag-along, yes. So rather than them flying, because we know it kind of gets difficult with the stoplights that they have.
Absolutely.
The balloons can go up, but then they have to come back down to the ground to go under the stoplights. We decided this year to do a tag-along balloon, which is they're actually on carts. So they're pulled balloons. They're still 25, 30 feet tall, but they're a little bit easier to handle, and they never have to have their face to the ground as they're trying to get down the street. They can stand upright, and everybody can enjoy them the entire time.
Good. I do like that idea, because I have seen some of your
of the
poor
balloons.
volunteers trying to get through the traffic light.
But I will tell you, over the years, they started to get very fancy with their handling skills. They were doing spins. I mean, I used to direct down at the end of the parade, and there are a few times where they did some spins, and I almost got knocked out by a couple of them.
We don't want Elmo taking Anne-Marie out.
I know.
No way, or Frosty. All right, so here's the start of our motorcycle police unit. Thank you to the men and women in blue who keep us safe here in Fall River and surrounding communities every single day. Let's take a listen. At the top of the screen, the Fall River Police Department, proud men and women in blue.
And let me tell you, the kids love to see these motorcycles, and as you can tell, I think the police officers thoroughly enjoy running their sirens for everybody in the crowd to hear. It's fun to hear them when they're not on their way to an emergency, when it's just in good fun, you know, and the kids get to see these fine officers up close in this parade, and that doesn't get to happen very often. So,
well, it's important too that we have our first responders at the start of the parade, just in case they have to make an emergency response, which did indeed happen during the Veterans Day parade.
Oh my goodness.
But it was a minor fire, so let's knock on wood and be thankful for that. So yeah, we like to put our first responders at the front, at the end, so they have easy access in if they should need to exit the parade quickly.
Now, right behind the motorcycles, you can see that there is a banner, and this banner was made specifically for this year in honor of the veterans. Like we spoke about, the committee wanted to make sure that any veteran that is in the parade or along the parade route was thanked properly for their service. So it's you know, remembering our vets for 12/7/41, as we spoke about before. Pearl Harbor Day, so.
And that is being carried by the Young Marine Honor Guard. My son was a member of the Young Marines. They practice every Sunday here at Battleship Cove in Fall River. They promote peaceful living, anti-drug education. They help out with community events, fundraisers, again, crowd control, street cleanups, park cleanups, painting, anything over the city. It's a wonderful organization. And they are, of course, escorting our World War II and other era veterans. Thank you again for your service.
So now I have to tell you, Pam.
Oh, go! You were so excited about this. I can't wait.
Extremely excited
Okay.
about this.
Go
yes.
on.
This is the Portuguese Coronation coach. It's being pulled by a couple of horses from Aleppo Farms, and it was made by the Tinney family. In the 1960s, I believe, they created this replica of the Coronation coach. The Tinney family is from Belcourt Mansion down in Newport, and it's holding some of our World War II veterans. We thought, you know, what better way to honor them by giving them this beautiful stagecoach to ride down South Main Street in.
This is stunning.
Yes.
Stunning. Wow, I have to turn around.
Yes,
okay?
it's
wow.
made of pure 23-karat gold leaf applied over 8 coats of finished, hand rubbed between coats. They have the oil paintings that represent the
Oh, my
presentation of the
goodness.
arts to royalty. So really, it's a beautiful coach for some wonderful people who served our country. We were able to get the World War II veterans here through the Veterans Council. I know that Ben Vivala, who's my friend Reno's brother, is here. He's 98 years old. So we've reserved them a couple of seats in the grandstand here so they can watch the parade if they'd like and enjoy it, because again, they are the people who risk their lives to give us opportunities like this.
We can see them exiting now. That's why the coach has stopped and the parade has given. Oh, wow.
They're getting a wonderful round of applause.
Ah, I
know.
I don't know. Coming from a family of veterans, my grandparents, my dad, you know, real heroes. And I want to give credit to you, Anne-Marie, for making this a special time for these elderly gentlemen.
Yes, thank you. I mean, this
beautiful.
This
Beautiful.
Coronation coach that they're riding in also it weighs 4 tons. And they have to get special transportation to get it here. I worked with Mrs. Tinney very, very closely over the last few weeks to make sure that this ran smoothly for the veterans to be able to enjoy. So just a really great opportunity.
I would say it ran smoothly.
Yes. I'm so excited.
It's making me emotional. I don't know. It's just tough when you know the number of veterans that we get attached to at the Veterans Center, and then a year passes and they've passed on. These guys are in their 90s.
Yeah.
They were young men. They were my son's age when they were serving our country for World War II. Of course, we no longer have World War I vets. So the last of the greatest generation here.
Again, we'd like to thank Aleppo Farms, who's pulling the Coronation coach, because the horses that normally pull it actually, one got injured, so they weren't able to come. So we've been looking and looking for horses. So Aleppo Farms stopped in at the very last minute, and they stepped in and helped us out. So such a beautiful tribute.
I mean, I think, like you said, it's fluid, and you guys have been doing this for so long that you're able to pull it off and make it work. So we've got now our World War II Willie military Jeep.
So this is a military Jeep, and it was donated. You know, like I said, the Veterans Council kind of came together. We just had Lenny Tavares pass with a couple more veterans in his car, but now we have the Jeep and a couple of more cars coming down with some veterans in it. Waving.
Oh, so nice. See, you've got the whole... It's nice to see the eras represented.
Right. And a couple of elves. We've got elves. See, when I can't be an elf, I make sure there's still elves in this parade.
I think you have some pull, Anne-Marie.
They are riding...
I recognize a couple of
Yes,
elves.
You do.
Yeah,
They are riding in a 1901 Oldsmobile that is donated anonymously every year to the parade so people can see this replica. And now we have some more young Marines that are following. It's such a great thing to see the contrast between the veterans that have served in World War II and the young people who look up to them and are participating in the Young Marines program.
It's just, I don't know, the whole thing, the way you're going so far, I'm really excited. I can't believe that there's Deputy Chief Cullen helping us out.
Yes. Like I said, Deputy Chief Cullen, he is always willing to help us out with the parade, as well as the police honor guard.
Yeah.
And they're always such a great part.
Well, I'm excited. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far.
Good.
We're only like just the tip of the iceberg.
This is the tip of the iceberg. And now we've got our banner that we had made last year, and some nutcrackers on stilts.
Okay.
We thought, what a great way to kick off the parade. What's more holiday than a nutcracker? So these costumes, actually, the stilt costumes for the nutcrackers were made especially for this parade.
Really?
Yep. So we reached out to one of our stilt walking friends, and they hooked us up with those costumes and to carry that beautiful banner.
It is beautiful. At the center of our screen now, our elected officials.
Got to bring the pups along
Gotta
to
bring
the parade.
the pups along. Acting Mayor Cliff Ponte, members of the school committee, Superintendent Malone, City Council as well.
It's always great to have the support of all of the elected officials.
Oh yeah, I mean, hey, it's see or be seen, right?
I
for
know.
today.
It's very true.
I'm also understanding that you have more horses coming along.
Yes.
How do they fare? How do the horses fare when with the noises? Like they're trained, right?
Yes, they are
And
very well
Mayor-elect
trained,
Paul
and
Coogan.
their handlers also are trained. So looks like we still got more police cars. They turned out huge. So yeah, so here we have the Cranberry Knoll Arabians, and they come from, I believe it's Fairhaven, a riding stable in Fairhaven. Such beautiful costumes that these horses have, as well as their riders. But yeah, we do our best to make sure that the animals that we bring to the parade are well trained, and the people that are handling them know what to do in large crowds. But
they're totally comfortable, and despite the sirens being directly behind them.
Yes, and these are performance horses, so
Right,
they're
right.
equestrian horses, and they're dressed in the native costumes of the Arabians. So
this may be our Mass State Police contingent coming up, right?
that is correct.
All right, well, we're going to try not to talk over them because, woo, we can't compete with those sirens. So let's just enjoy some of the sights and sounds. It's beautiful.
Correct. That I was going to say, a fife and drum band. So we like to always put the Worcester Fire Brigade with our fire department.
Jason Burns, our union president, marching with other members of the Fall River Fire Department. And then maybe Fall River Fire Department is under the direction of Chief John Lynch. Thank you as well for his cooperation all the time at parades. Sparky the fire dog, right? He's a buddy.
We do also have the Fall River EMA and Special Services joining the fire department here, so can see
Again,
their vehicles as well.
Keep us safe every single day of the year. You know, when we're home enjoying Christmas, New Year's, whatever the holiday, whatever the day off, these men and women don't have a day off. So it's nice to see them get the recognition they deserve as well, and kids so proud of their parents.
And you know, you always see kids when you ask them what they want to grow up to be, they say a police officer or a firefighter. So for them to be able to see them turn up to such a great event in such massive numbers, it's such a special thing.
Yeah, it's a good time. I mean, the weather, boy, we've had a few where we've had to set up, you know, the blue tarp and the rain.
Yes.
Oh, and then you have problems with the cancellations, Anne-Marie, because of the instruments. And so I think we've definitely lucked out today. We'll try to get, I won't try, we're definitely going to get to our list of parade sponsors because these folks deserve a shout out. Otherwise, this parade would not be possible.
Now, here are the special services that I was saying, and those members of this crew are actually all volunteer as well.
Right. We see them at, again, they help with crowd control during snowstorms.
Emergency management.
You got it. Colonial Navy coming up now. Tell me about them.
So the Colonial Navy has performed in this parade for many years now, and they perform in parades all over the USA and Europe. They have, you know, about 30 to 35 members. As you can see, they're dressed in colonial times, and they are under the direction of Bill Hart, who we've worked with for many years, and just always really fun to see. They shoot off the muskets.
Yes.
And really they bring it back to the times, the colonial times.
The colonial times when we were not on television.
Yes.
With the Christmas parade. Yeah, interesting about when I went to the Historical Society, they were telling me that, you know, we've heard the stories, the kids, maybe the rich kids in Fall River got like 50 cents in their stocking for Christmas. That was like the rich kids, you know.
Wow.
And an orange. I mean, fruits were so in demand at that time. I think we're going to have a performance by them as well. So again, stick around though, folks, because we have so many activities happening here at the Government Center atrium right after the parade, including the glorious tree lighting at 4 p.m. Let's take a listen.
A great organization. You know, we've seen them come to Fall River during many tragic situations to help families. I know the Four Winds Fire last year, they were here and they were helping immediately. So we thank them for everything that they do in their health and wellness missions and relief efforts, and we're happy to have them represented here in the parade. Looks like they're giving out some goodies too.
Giving out goodies. They're a recognizable worldwide organization, and amazingly, a lot of it done by volunteers. You know, those folks who care more about the outcome than the income. So thank you to all of those volunteers out there. We've got
sounds like this next float
Angels
is rocking.
Anonymous. Yeah, Angels Anonymous. They're a pretty new agency within the past 5 years, but they do so much to help our community. Let's take a listen. Now, I got some colorful fun going on over there too. Saber towing, beautiful float.
Looks like they've got some Sugarland going on there. Beautiful gingerbread man. Oh, it looks like we've got a couple bonus Christmas trees here. Just looking to be a part of the parade.
Okay, I might be a little distracted by that ribbon in my face, though.
I know.
WSAR at the center of your screen now. All of our wonderful talk show hosts and news reporters. Happy Hack, a staple, Alan Zarek.
That's Jamie Tyrell. I believe we were on with him.
There he is. Okay.
Him yesterday afternoon.
Mr. Tyrell's show yesterday.
And they also have an FM station now as well that you can tune in on there.
Huh?
I know. I was very
is
excited to learn that.
I'm impressed with that. Great old-fashioned trolley. They get this every year.
More people on there.
I don't know. They've been a part of our community for 70 years, I think.
It looks like we have
former Mail Girl Flanagan. Talk show host there as well.
And now here comes Recreation, and I have to tell you, they're one of my personal favorites.
I can see why. So what goes into planning your float? I know you folks work really hard, but like, where does the idea come from? Because you don't want to be repeats.
So we do, I mean, Reno is really, he's our creative genius in the office. So he found that inflatable there with the tree, and we created Recreation's Tree Farm. We have a couple of members of our programs here, and then as you can see, Marshall from Paw Patrol is also joining our float. So, we love to provide the programs for children in the city and give them what they love. And right now, kids also love Paw Patrol. So.
I think what I like, Anne-Marie, is that there's something for every flavor, right? You've got batons over at Recreation. You've got basketball, even programs for seniors like computer literacy and gathering, fitness. So it's not just a one-size-fits-all agency.
Yes, we will, and we also, provide the programs for, there are some of our World War II veterans right there right now enjoying the parade.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will do anything for anyone, pretty much. We like to provide.
Be careful when you say that.
I know, the large celebrations. We do the parties. We have the kickoff to summer, the Halloween party, some really great stuff. So, we want to give people in Fall River the opportunity to experience anything and everything.
Yeah, and I like it too because, as I said, it runs on a sliding scale basis. I mean, I know like all these nonprofit agencies, you try not to turn anyone around, and this is a award winner.
It looks like we've got our first place float coming down the street right now. This is Tansy School, and I believe they have a Home Alone theme going on. Tansy is up in the highlands of the city. Look at the cute kids, the elementary school students at Tansy. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful craftsmanship with the city. And actually, Miss Fall River is on that float. I don't know if you caught her, but she is standing on the float waving. So the Miss Olivia Marks is Miss Fall River. So look at that. Absolutely beautiful. It's huge.
Perfect. Oh, it's fun to see all this finally come to fruition as the kids help plan, and it's a day that I can safely say they'll remember forever.
So now we have a
Gnome Surf.
We have a Gnome Surf. So they're a grassroots activist surf therapy program where the mission is to create cultural shift globally where kindness, love, and happiness are the norms for all kids of all abilities, regardless of socioeconomic status. Looks like they brought their pup as well.
And Chris Anteo, the founder of Gnome Surf, has done such a wonderful job. I've known Chris a while, and I see him in the summer at South Shore in Rhode Island at Little Compton. He's patient, he's knowledgeable, he's fun, he's excited, and gets these kids up on skateboard. Mastery School of Independent Learning right over here as well.
Yep, we have Mastery School, and actually some of the students from Mastery School are walking with and sitting in the Thomas train that I was talking about that will be at Recreations celebration tomorrow from 12 to 3 at 45 Rock Street. So
perfect. Okay, our own hometown staple, the Durfee Band. Let's take a listen to the Hilltoppers.
Riding in the Jeep, teaching kids how to save money.
Go for it. Bank 5. Yeah, known because some 175 years ago you could open your account with just a darn nickel.
That's amazing. I did not know that fact.
It's like, okay, a nickel. Yep. So you had a nickel back then. You had money.
That's
you know.
Amazing.
So yeah, it just shows you the incredible growth and change in our country and here in our city. Relay for Life, we cover these folks every year over in Fall River. They meet at Bishop Connolly, raising thousands of dollars to eradicate cancer and fund research. And we have another winner. Is that a winner?
Oh, that is a winner. That looks like the 3rd place winner for the floats this year. So as you said, they are honoring cancer survivors. We have the chairs, co-chairs, and teams that are marching. Beautiful carousel they have with those horses.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you've ever seen the Survivors March and how moving it is at Bishop Connolly, Letourneau School now starting at the front of your screen. And
looks like this might actually be a winner too. I think this might be 2nd place.
So it's the Letourneau Gingerbread School, just for now.
Gingerbread School, yeah. Look at those cute headbands that they're wearing. So they have over 500 students, pre-K through 5th grade, over on Anthony Street. And looks like they had a great turnout today as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the PTO organizations, the principals, the teachers, they put so much into the education, but it's nice just to kick back and let some creativity shine during this time of year. And the kids have such a say in what they'd like these floats. And many of them, because you can see they're being towed by Sylvia Construction, KRR Resendiz, these owners just can't give their trucks up for weeks. So
Yes.
these floats are oftentimes constructed over just 1 or 2 days. The planning goes on, but the actual construction happens very, very quickly because they are done. Wow, it's this antique Coca-Cola. Tell me about this.
Yes,
This is cool.
this is one of my favorite units that comes every year. This is the Worcester Sound and Lights Coca-Cola band organ. It's pretty much equivalent to a 70-piece concert marching band. They have over 600 pipes, and let's take a listen. As you can see, it's a beautiful band organ. Next, we have the Fall River Pride Committee, which was newly formed about just a little bit over a year ago, I believe.
Yeah, they are new to the city of Fall River, and we welcome them. LGBTQ community just held a recent flag raising as well earlier in the year.
And I know that they also put together the festival in June every year.
Right.
So we thank them for raising awareness in the community and looking great. Look at those suits.
I know, and now they're everywhere, those suits.
I know,
They used to be
those
kind of, you'd say, what the heck is that? And now it's like, okay, buy them anywhere. Very cool. Lots of fun.
Now here we have the Lafayette Durfee Historical Foundation.
Okay, I got some good buddies here. Amy Blanchett does so much volunteer work with the Lafayette Durfee Historical Foundation, and they are represented as well with the Rehoboth Minutemen, 13th Continental Regiment of Massachusetts. Beautiful, beautiful costumes.
I believe we have some more
There's
muskets
Amy.
here as well.
Beautiful. Good turnout. Would you look at the street? Wow.
Wonderful. Now this is this is Lech Garage and Auto Body. They reached out to us this week because they had heard about the parade and said, can we get in? And we said, of course. So this is one of their tow trucks that they decorated, as you can see.
Yeah.
You know, and they came from New Bedford, so they heard about the parade and wanted to be represented. It's beautiful.
Oh, kids love that stuff. Now, I'm going to say something might sound a little sexist, but here's what we had. My mother always said the only difference between men and boys is the price of their toys. So, read into it what you will, but a guy in his truck, yeah, my brother's a truck driver. Don't come between the guy and his truck. Hey, we got some Cub Scouts.
Yes, we do. This is Pack 27. They meet every Tuesday, and its Cub Scouts are open to boys and girls now, so they are learning skills. And they actually currently have openings, so if your child would like to become a Cub Scout, you can definitely check them out.
KRR Resendiz again, a local contractor.
This is Spencer Board and School.
Beautiful.
Float.
They've got the penguin theme going on. Happy holidays from Spencer Borden.
Oh, I love it. Look at those
Yeah.
handmade penguins. They look like they were probably made by some of the students.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh.
You know, I mean, and the kids waving to the vets still in the front row. I know that it was also your concern, Anne-Marie, that they not only receive the highlight of the parade, the distinction of marching first, but that they have a front row view, and they certainly do. Here's the Njrotc School, a tradition of excellence. This is structured learning that focuses on freedom and creativity of the individual child's ability to succeed.
Yeah, we're always excited when, the charter schools and private schools reach out to participate and to have them represented, because I think, we all know of the public schools in the city, but there are many great learning establishments, so to have them here with us is always special as well.
As a mom, one child went to a, traditional high school, I guess you could say, and the other one was at a vocational high school, and you'll be there soon enough with little Avery figuring it out. It's nice to have that school choice, and you can see that within these floats and representations is a lot of school community and pride, and here's another school coming right up.
This is the Somerset Berkeley Blue Raider Marching Band. They join us every single year, and let's take a listen in.
Saxophone, and that was coordination enough.
Oh, I bet. So the Somerset Berkeley Regional High School Blue Raider Marching Band is a two-time U.S. Bands Division 1A national champion, and they've won 6 state championships over the past decade. They're under the direction of David Marshall, and again, another staple in the parade every single year. Do you see what's coming next right at the top of the screen?
I've been waiting to hear about that. You warned me.
I have to tell you, I'm very excited about this because you mentioned my daughter. She's 1.5, and Elmo is her absolute favorite.
Okay.
So we have a 25-foot Elmo coming down the street. He's in a gift box because what better present than your favorite monster, Elmo. And he is being carried, or pulled in this case, by St. Anne's Hospital, who is one of our generous sponsors. Every single year they're a bronze sponsor and always ask to hold a balloon. So we're so happy that they're here representing.
Oh, this is cool. I remember the Christmases where Tickle Me Elmo, where, parents would be waiting outside. Apparently, it's kind of made a resurgence. If you're saying Avery's very familiar with Elmo and Tickle Me Elmo, but Sesame Street, really a staple program for 50 years.
Yes, they just celebrated their 50th anniversary. I know they kicked off the Thanksgiving Day Parade for Macy's. And like I said, I could probably sing you about 8 to 10 Elmo songs right now off the top of my head. So, got a duck to get underneath there. Oh, but he looks great, doesn't he?
Oh, I'm excited. Yeah, this is cool. I know you don't like to give away the floats, but sometimes you tell me in secret, and I always keep the secret.
You do a very good job. Look at him, standing
cool.
25 feet tall.
Oh, and
Elmo looks great. One of their favorite monsters. He's the very essence of innocence and enthusiasm. So he's probably just excited to be in this parade as we are to have him.
Well, it was funny. Once Elmo started making the turn, everybody was sure to be turning the cameras right to Elmo. Bristol County Sheriff's Department now is under the direction of Sheriff Thomas Hodgson, and this is their mobile command unit, as well as K9 vehicles. All right, Elmo's dynamite, though. Gosh, wow. We'll talk about the sheriff now, but I'm still a little excited about him.
I know, right? We have to thank Bristol County Sheriff's Department for all the hard work and efforts that they put into this community, and they always participate in this parade. As you can see, they bring a very large unit, the command center, and we're so happy to have them.
Yes, and they again are in our community for events. And now like this, all the parades, Veterans and Memorial Day, Sheriff Hodgson always has his contingents here as well. Go ahead, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Do you see what's coming down the street?
Well, I think I see, let me, yep.
The Hallamore Clydesdales.
Very cool. Tell me about these.
So the Hallamore Clydesdales is an 8-horse hitch, and they come from Lakeville, Massachusetts. They are owned by the Hallamore Corporation of Holbrook, Mass, and they participate. We like to bring them back every year.
Oh,
I mean, each horse weighs 220 pounds, and when you see them all moving together in such, an organized fashion, they're just beautiful horses.
Oh, listen to the jingle jangle, the sleigh bells.
And the wagon that they're pulling was built in 1899 by the Studebaker Company in Chicago.
Yeah, that's gorgeous, Anne-Marie.
Now, as you can see, their handlers walk alongside, like I said, to make sure that the animals are safe and they are, on track for everywhere that they need to go.
I know, too, that when you're we have a little lag here, I think, but when you're putting this together, I know that you try to balance out so a band, right, with some younger folks. It's not all, no parade is fun if you're just seeing all the bands at once.
Exactly.
So you stagger the acts and the units, so
I
to
have
speak.
learned over my 10 years parade science.
Okay.
And
This sounds like a college credit course.
it could be. And the way that it's laid out is pretty specific. You know, you don't, like you said, you don't want to put two bands back to back. You don't want to put two floats playing music back to back. You try to space them out as best you can. You know, sometimes you get some surprises that people are singing or, you know, unexpectedly, but we try our best to make sure that everything is interesting and it's consistently interesting. So,
and it's a little different every year, despite some of the same folks that are so excited to participate again, such as Head Start right here.
That's right. We have CFC Head Start coming down the street, and they're such a wonderful resource in the community. Really, they're bringing you know, programs in education, health, nutrition to preschool children ages 2.9 to 5 years old. So it's, you know, a great service in the city. They're such an important influence on the children's development.
And as we saw early in the program, again, CFC continues to collect toys. So if you are able to donate just even a few stocking stuffers, please do consider making a toy donation to Citizens for Citizens.
It seems to be a whole entourage here for them. This is wonderful. They have a nice little float with Olaf in it. I know there are some other surprises from Frozen coming down the street a little later. We've got everybody's favorite snowman and a beautifully decorated bus.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. So they provide a real resource of Head Start, as you can see, is affordable, quality daycare that provides working parents the opportunity, A, to continue working, B, go back to school, and get back on their feet again. Atlantis Charter Athletics right here now.
And as you know, they are now in their new school.
Yes, yes.
A beautiful state-of-the-art campus. They're overlooking South Watuppa Pond, has a great gymnasium and athletic complex with tracks and fields. So these athletes are really taking advantage of those beautiful resources.
Yeah, they started small, and now they've continued to grow. My son's company did do the outdoor lighting in the parking lot, so he's told me some of the different programs that he sees going on those beautiful athletic fields. So
looks like we have some
nice
of the cheerleaders joining us.
You know, school choice, again, Anne-Marie, it's all about having opportunities and choices, and I like to think that this is almost a walking commercial for some of these groups.
So now we have the Showstoppers. So the Showstoppers reached out to us as well. They're a community service singing group under the direction of Kelly and Jillian Zucco, who is a former, I believe, Miss Massachusetts.
Yes, she is. Jillian.
And they performed in Disney. And I know they're going to be performing at the New Bedford Symphony Orchestra. They do it at the Holiday Pops concert at the Zeiterion Theater every year. So here we have the Aleppo Shriners Fire Brigade, the Cape Cod Division. This is one of the
guys are so fun every time to see. They're golf carts, they're lawn tractors, just souped up.
Oh God, look at the boat.
Yeah, I mean, and they, you know, this one's like bouncing. I don't know if it's supposed to do that. Shark plugs. Just really funny. It's so amazing to see some of these organizations that you've said come out every year and still thrill and amaze the crowd.
And you know, we love to bring the Shriners here because the fee that we pay to have them, you know, perform in the parade for us and get them out here is all donated to hospitals. Yeah. So we love to have them here because we know that the money is going to such a great place.
And thank you again for your service, gentlemen. We are still, our World War II vets are proudly
keeping warm.
Yep, they're keeping warm, and they have right in the front row.
Oh, Oh, yeah, they're right in the front
there
row.
they are. I see now behind the sign. Live United, the United Way of Greater Fall River. Again, an agency that Fred TV is proud to partner with as we continue to put together promotional videos for the United Way of Greater Fall River under the direction of Kimberly Smith.
And here we have Miss Columbus through the Sons of Italy program here in Fall River, being driven by President Mario Luciola. And Miss Columbus participates in the parade every year. And, you know, she does some great things around the city through the Sons of Italy.
So it says they've been together for 78 years? Really?
Yeah, so this is the Sons of Italy band. We like to you know, pair together the Fall River Sons of Italy Club with the Sons of Italy band.
All ages in this band, right?
They make the ride all the way from Haverhill, Massachusetts, actually, too. So they travel a good distance to be here. They're under the direction of Larry Guerrero.
Well, it's funny as you make your way around the city today, the school buses, and you're saying, you know, why the heck are school buses out on Saturday? Well, because they're bringing all these people to our city. It's wonderful. I love to see where the license plates are from and what the school buses say, and to think they're all here, hopefully eating in our restaurants this weekend and really enjoying what our city has to offer.
So here we have some marchers coming down the street from Green School. They are dressed as a bunch of gifts.
Not bad, right?
Their presence is the best present.
Oh, I know. I like that saying. As you get older, you know, it's true. As you get older, it is definitely better to give than receive.
I completely agree.
Don't you agree? Huh?
Look how cute those little gifts are.
Now I'm like, you know what, Mom? It's okay. Stay home. Have fun. Chill.
Yes.
She's like, oh, I've been watching the parade every year, Pam, for like 30 years. No, Mom. Stay home. I said, okay. So, hi to my mom again. Green School going by. We also have in the center of the screen
is Community
Connections. Yeah, lots of quality service programs for people with disabilities. I've met several of them throughout the city, and they do so many variety of jobs. Just wonderful to have folks included, inclusive and included.
And here we have Henry Lord Community School making their way down the street with their hashtag Be the One to Choose Love theme at the community school.
Dr. B is the principal over there, and the Henry Lord Bulldog making its way.
That's it. You can see that the students and families are representing their pillars and what it means to be a bulldog in their community. So I know I saw forgiveness. They're choosing love. Look at this great little bulldog there.
Oh, they have so many after-school programs, too, that do promote that Choose Love campaign, which has been kicked out through public schools across Fall River. Portsmouth High Marching Band now, right?
We
cool.
do. This is a 120-member marching band from Portsmouth, Rhode Island. Another staple in the parade. They reach out to us now to see when the parade will be.
That's good stuff.
But just a large marching band for a high school, and they always put on such a great performance. They've performed at Disney World, Disneyland, Bermuda, Virginia, New York City. But it's also nice people, you know, come over, cross the bridge from Rhode Island. They actually were also in Barack Obama's inaugural parade.
I think I remember you telling me that last year. Amazing, yeah. Cool stuff. It's a resume builder.
It is.
Here in Fall River. To memorize music, understand the rhythm, maintain a smile, march in step. And you're a little chilly while you're doing it.
Goodness, yes.
Great job. Oh, that's cool. Nice.
I don't know if you can tell on screen that there's not very much room that they're working with back here. I know they're used to a football field, but it's a little bit skinnier than that, so that was very impressive.
Yeah, we're taking up the whole street. No big deal, but still, compared to the football field. Nice job, Portsmouth Patriots Marching Band.
Next we have the Sylvia Elementary School Marchers.
Yep, there they are. Sylvia Elementary School, kids all smiling, everybody's bundled up.
Excited to be here. Looks like they've got some candy cane skull and crossbones Santa. Yeah, I like that.
Hey,
I've never seen that before.
Me neither, but again, it's up to the imagination.
Got
right?
the pirate Santas going on, it seems.
I want to continue to remind folks, excuse me, about the tree lighting at 4 o'clock. We'll have that live as well.
Yes.
And then there'll be hot chocolate here, visits with Santa going on at 4, and trying to fix my tablecloth too. And then you have lots of fun events tomorrow at Recreation on Rock Street.
That's right, between 12 to 3.
The dance studio, Breaking Point Dance Studio.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Now, this is a dance studio where children can develop coordination, flexibility, creativity, and dance technique. But also they like to focus on positive self-esteem, discipline, creativity, and social skills. So under the direction of Amanda Bento, we have a great representation from them. I know they said between about 40 to 50 kids participating, so.
Little friendly competition between the groups. I like to see that too.
Oh, yeah.
Keeps everything fresh and exciting. Yeah, it's fun. I think that even though you do have organizations that call and want to be a part, and gone are the days, Anne-Marie, when you used to have to kind of solicit participants.
Right.
People want to be here now. It's always something new and unique. All right, who do we have here? Is this
We
Cuss?
have Cuss Middle School with their Dr. Malone Snow Day over there. There's Cuss Wonderland.
Yeah.
And now we have the Get on the Bus campaign from Bay Coast Bank. Bay Coast Bank is one of our gold sponsors. They support this parade every single year, so it's the absolute least we can do to have their bus representing their education.
Absolutely. Bay Coast Bus promotes so many pillars of not only behavior but educational opportunities. And now I see another coming through the center of the screen. There's Liberty Utilities. We'll give them a shout out as they manage natural gas, electric utilities, service for the city of Fall River. Generous sponsor of the parade as well. And they're holding
the Cheshire Cat, the grinning feline from Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. He's 30 feet tall, and he's impossible to miss unless, you know, he does his usual disappearing act. So here he is. This one, as you can see, is being held. And there's one of those cool spin moves I was talking about. Good. You know what? Good. I wanted to see a spin move.
These guys are like pros. I mean, they only just learned this morning, right?
Exactly. They learned it this morning. They got to the park probably around 10:30 or so, and they do a little training with the balloon handlers, fabulous inflatables, who come to town every year. So.
And they're from Michigan?
Yes, they are from Michigan. So.
That's amazing.
And here comes some more vehicles from Liberty Utilities. Got some gifts there.
And they are, of course, a parade sponsor, as we said, as well. Yeah, I think when you tell me that, they arrive from Michigan, these balloons, some of which, well, all of which actually participate in balloons across the country at different times of the year. Thank you to Liberty Utilities. Heavy equipment holding gifts. Okay.
Now it looks like we have the Boys and Girls Club running down the street with a couple of vans as well as their banner and the children there. The Boys and Girls Club is such a wonderful organization that they own Camp Welch, which is the oldest camp in America, and they just give so much to the young people of the city.
They raise money and accept donations to send children to Camp Welch free of charge over the summer. Camp Welch just underwent an amazing transformation. The pool, the lighting, the sound system. It is gorgeous, and Peter McCarthy has just recently retired.
I know. It was very sad.
He started there as like a little boy lifeguard.
I know.
And it worked his whole life there. All right, Subway, there we go, coming down the street. Can't
Another
forget
great
them.
Establishment on South Main Street. They always participate in the parade. I know that they like to have representation here to remind people that they can get delicious sandwiches right on South Main.
Yeah, that's
Looking
cute.
Good.
I don't know. I look at it as like, okay, it's super beneficial for kids. They love this. It's fun, all that. But boy, to get your name out there, right? This is advertising. You're going to finish today, right?
Goodness,
and I don't know
yes.
about you, but I'm going to say I want to stop at Subway.
I know.
Well, after I have cookies, though. I'm
Yes.
staying for the cookies and the hot chocolate.
Exactly.
Then
This will
maybe
have to
Subway.
be after the tree lighting.
Yes.
Now here we have, I believe this is People Inc.'s float. People Inc. is a large nonprofit in the city. They run Smiles Mentoring, early intervention, and a lot of great programs that they take advantage of.
Well, let's see if we see who they are. I can tell you.
Oh, and this is Dartmouth High School color guard, excuse me.
Okay. 17 marchers, apparently, right?
Yes.
So you've done really well despite the chilly weather. Great turnout.
I know. I'm very impressed.
I know sometimes when we talked last night, you were a little concerned that folks might, whether with the elders or the very young, be pulling out of the parade, but not so. Great turnout. Let's take a listen. This is Dartmouth High Color Guard?
I'm sorry?
Dartmouth High Color Guard?
Yes, this is
Okay.
Dartmouth High Color Guard. By them. They also are using candy canes to dance as well, which is pretty impressive. Not your traditional flag. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Keeping with the season. I do want to shout out again. Jim Rogers has asked me to make sure I remind folks about the Durfee High Arts and Crafts Fair today and tomorrow. So if you're busy with us today, head over there tomorrow. Great gifts, one-of-a-kind gifts. Since 1979, Mr. Rogers has raised more than $100,000 that's been awarded to deserving students. All right, we got a stilt angel.
Beautiful angel is always one of my favorites. She is just
beautiful,
gorgeous, and is so talented on those stilts. It's absolutely incredible.
I can't even walk on high heels.
I know, me too.
Yeah, that's
I would say she
gorgeous.
stands at probably about 10 feet tall.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And just beautiful makeup and her crown and just wonderful.
Yeah, look at that.
Now, she comes from Fire Gypsy Productions. She's who we work with to also get the nutcrackers as well.
Oh, okay.
And she's done some of our celebration. She's come to our Halloween party as well, Sasha, and it's just really a wonderful organization that she has.
Provides
and her
entertainment.
Yes.
All right, center of our screen, my alma mater, the Joseph Case High School Marching Band. Again, here every year for you.
Yes, they are.
Cool.
Always a great performance by them. They're under the direction of Rick Darrow.
Yeah.
And,
same class as me.
Yeah,
oh,
there
yeah,
you go.
known Rick forever. Good guy. Is this People Incorporated now? I'm trying to see. Oh, yeah. So I wanted to talk about smiles when we get to People Incorporated.
Here we go. See, this is what I mean. Sometimes up at the top of the park, no matter how hard you try, things get a little jumbled around. So we've got People Inc. coming down right now.
Anne-Marie, flexibility is the name of the game. So People Incorporated run Smiles, and I've been a Smiles mentor volunteer with the same young lady now for 4 years. We need volunteers. It's just an hour a week. Hit me up or talk to somebody over at People Incorporated. We'll be so happy to partner you with a youngster that needs maybe just an hour, literally an hour of one-on-one a week. Cozy
Looks
Boss?
like they've put together a very cute float here.
Yeah, nice job. That's Lopes Construction out of Dighton, Rehoboth for this float.
Another great suit.
Hi.
Gingerbread men. So cute.
I love those suits.
Santa's
All right, I
Toy
see a lot of
Factory.
familiar faces. Yeah, again, another wonderful public service agency here in Fall River. It really does take a village.
Now, I have to tell you, in my 10 years here, I don't think I've ever seen what's coming down the street before.
Oh, well, this is, what is it?
It's a double-decker float.
Okay.
I'm very impressed by
but
this.
you must have known this was coming.
I did not know this
you
was
did
coming,
not
to be
know
honest.
This.
I did not know.
Boy, if you didn't know, Anne-Marie, then...
I know. Then nobody knew.
Nobody knew. So tell us about it. What do you see?
Well, this is the Durfee Career and Technical Education Department. This is the first year that they've ever participated in the parade. And it's absolutely amazing. I've never seen this. It's making me a little
they're
nervous,
promoting
to be honest,
their school committee man, Tom Corey. I see a couple of the students from Durfee. So, promoting the trades.
Absolutely incredible. And now we have
Beautiful.
the marchers from Talbot Middle School, which is located right off Eastern Avenue, joining us with dressed as presents, it seems.
Yeah, because, see, there can only be one Santa.
This is very true.
In this parade or anywhere.
It's very true.
And we've got him for the weekend.
We do.
So I know you're strict about the rules.
We are very strict about the rules. And he's sticking around, like you said, all weekend.
Yeah,
he's in the parade.
very cool.
He's going to be at the Christmas tree lighting. He's going to be tomorrow at recreation between 12 and 3 at our celebration. So It's really great to have the big guy in town. Still got Talbot going here, the cheerleaders.
All right, and now we have our Fonseca Elementary School, Fonseca Eagles. Always see lots of people I know marching down the street, and a big shout out to the folks who take their time to volunteer with different agencies as well as put together these lovely, lovely floats.
Looks like they have a nice Fonseca Express coming by. That
Beautiful.
was modeled after the Polar Express.
Oh, there's Subway.
Yeah,
it's funny too, as the parade ends, they come through. Okay, so the Whitson's nutrition program. They provide all of the food services for our schools, which lunch is now free district-wide.
Yes, and I know that they also do breakfasts as well.
Yep.
And actually, Whitson's partners with Recreation for our summer lunch in the park program.
Excellent.
So, you know, youth can have meals year-round that are free. So when they're not in school, they're able to take advantage of that as well.
We just had Watson Elementary head by. Watson, the school built back in like 1901. And of course, the Cycling Murrays now at the center of your screen. They're here every year, and they're like a family, right?
Yeah, they're a family of 6 that come down from Cambridge. And, you know, we're happy to have them in the parade. There was a couple of years that they were not here, but now that they're back, and I know that they have even a small child. It ranges from the grandparents all the way down to grandchildren. So here
So you're starting them young.
It's great.
That's cool. Well, I'm going to say there's not too many people who are able to do this skill. So it's definitely something you've learned at a young age, right? Like being an Olympian. That's precious. Performing some nice tricks right in the center of the street here at Government Center. Very, very cool stuff. So much talent.
It's really incredible. I've never seen some of these types of bikes before.
I just like to see the kids in the crowd. You know, they watch this. Look at the little one now. He's got a tricycle being towed, but he's given up halfway through, I guess. Like, he's so cute. Really, really neat stuff. Oh, I feel so lucky to have a front row seat to this.
I know, it's wonderful. Like I said, I haven't been able to watch the parade live and in person, so to be able to do it is such a treat. So thank you again for having me here with you.
Oh, I think it's wonderful. A color commentator. That's a lot to talk about and keep track alone. So I am so happy to have you by my side.
So here we have Flint Neighborhood Association with their float. They participate every year, one of the wonderful neighborhood associations, and they always bring a local band.
Yeah, they do. They do.
The Bay State Street machines coming down the street, the Hot Rod antique street cars. They're a custom car club that supports children charities, and they are a member of the parade every year, so they donate their time and interesting vehicles for all of us to enjoy.
I know that Flint Neighborhood Association that just flew by, Ron Cabral is, again, a community activist, and it's nice how they have the banners of the businesses that are in the Flint.
Yes.
So we say it again, if you can support a small business and one of the businesses that are in the parade, we really appreciate that. We will get through our list of sponsors as well. Thanks to our Fred TV students, too, manning the cameras. We have Abby, Daniel, Nick, Amy, Hannah, Nathan, and Carlos, Fred TV students from Durfee High School.
And here we've got Tiverton High School Band.
It's Rocky. Tiverton Tigers. Awesome. So, wow, the sun's kind of feeling good on my back right now, huh?
The sun is a great thing that we
I
haven't
know.
gotten to experience very often.
I said that. Just give it a little while, you know, maybe like halfway through, the sun starts. Once the sun moves past, you have a nice seat. Okay, we got a Grinch coming up over here.
I believe this is Gillette Mixed Martial Arts. Yes.
Yes, it
BNA
is.
Recovery is a tow truck company that has donated several trucks in the parade this year. And as you can see, this is towing mixed martial arts.
So they're under the direction of Tim Gillette. He opened the program back in 1993. They provide martial arts training for youngsters, elders, female self-defense classes, and really just a good community partner.
You know what? Oh, there we go. That looks like another member of Paw Patrol. There we go. I'm not sure what his name is, but we're happy to have him here. And here's another balloon coming down the street. As you can see, where's Waldo?
Oh.
There he is, right there in the middle of your screen, being held by the Diamond Bengals varsity ice hockey team, as well as football team. The girls soccer team has joined us. So a great turnout from the athletic department at Diamond.
Yeah, I remember the Where's Waldo books. They're still popular. They're one of those icons of childhood that still thrills.
Now, Waldo, I believe, is 30 feet tall.
Waldo is pretty impressive, and
You
I want
won't
to
have
give a
trouble
shout out.
finding him here.
No, no, we won't be perusing the pages of the book. But a shout out to the kids, too, the high school kids, like you mentioned, from the athletics departments who come out and volunteer their time to be part of the parade and handle Waldo as he makes his way to the other end of the city. Really good. Good job. Diamond Bengals. Okay, and tag along Waldo. So that's 3 we've seen.
We've seen 3 balloons.
Got another one to come through.
Here we have the Carlton Viveras School with their marchers. Great turnout from them. School spirit, smiling faces, got a couple elves in there, it seems.
So do you find that when you reach out to the schools, you know, they're really, it's almost like a friendly competition, right? Like, they don't want to be the one school that isn't here.
Exactly, yes. We, you know, when we say, if you participate, we'll have full participation.
Yes.
They tend to participate.
Yep, that's good. It's kind of like our walk to school that we do in the city of Fall River. Every single public school participates in walk to school.
Here
now,
we
is this
have
Elsa?
Anna and Elsa,
Okay.
yep, from Disney's Frozen and Frozen 2, which is now in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, these are 2 princesses that the kids absolutely love. Here we have Miss Cape Cod's Outstanding Teen. She is Julia Hurley. And this is her first year joining us. We kind of have a little bit of a beauty, you know, scholarship pageant, you know.
Oh, yeah, no, these
coming
girls are
right
so
now.
much more than just beautiful. We're talking beauty inside and out. They need to be dynamite public speakers. They need to have platforms that they work toward.
Right.
They need to involve charitable organizations. They need to raise money to sponsor their gowns, their traveling. So it's a lot more than folks, you know, it's a lot more than just a pretty face. It's brains, it's beauty, and it's the ability to interact and engage people in causes that are life-changing. Some of them dealing with autism spectrum, disabled children, and dealing with cancer awareness. So
as
thank
you've seen,
you.
You've had Miss Quickashan and Miss Quickashan Outstanding Teen. So Miss Quickashan 2020 is May Reed. Miss Quickashan's Outstanding Teen is Julia Bauer. We have Miss Central Massachusetts, Molly Sims. You know, just a really great turnout. We have Miss Senior Sweetheart, Yvette Mancini, who's over 100 years old and is still turning out for the parade, which is absolutely incredible.
She's at sometimes when it's warmer, she's riding on the back of the convertible, but we gave her some concession today. Wonderful, wonderful. Hats off to all of these women who just really are a representation of female girl power here in Fall River. I'm proud to be their sisters. Okay, I think we got another band coming up, or a YMCA, is it?
Yes, this is
cool.
the Can you hear that music?
I can hear it. I can hear it.
We all like to go to the YMCA. right down on North Main Street here in Fall River.
Since 1857, the YMCA has been serving young and old, and their building has been located right there. Oh, can't get over this song. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just a product of the 80s. Like, I can't not do it.
Exactly. Any song that I get to participate
Yeah,
in
yeah.
with a dance, I'm
Good
totally
Andrea.
in
Yeah,
for it.
we're in for that. But yeah, with the I guess it's been about 10 years now that the YMCA underwent an extensive renovation. I walked through for the first time. After about a year, I went, holy smokes, am I even in the right building anymore? Beautiful, beautiful. And a big shout out to facilities manager Raymond Prevost over at the YMCA, who also assists with the floats over there. Okay, why don't we run down some of our sponsors while we have a little lag. We've got some Santa's helpers, our city council president, Cliff Ponte, and acting mayor. We saw him earlier in the parade.
Yep, and we also have Canarks and the Carum Financial Group.
All right, Waste Stream and Corey Excavating and Coastal Excavating.
Looks like we've got another float making their way down the street. Oh, excuse me, this is the second prize winner. I think I said that earlier, but it might have been just a wreath on the front of a tow truck. So this is the second prize winner. I believe this is Highland Pediatrics. And this is their first year ever participating in the parade.
Yay!
And theirs is the theme.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, wonderful.
Hi.
The Polar Express.
Very
Looks
cool.
absolutely beautiful.
Lisa! Hi, friend. I'm glad we finally see you. You look
They're
dynamite.
followed up right by
Gorgeous.
John J. Doran Community School.
Okay, my old buddy from TNZ. I had to say hello. I mean, come on, you know somebody that long.
Not a problem at all. We've got TNZ School, or excuse me, Doran School just passed us as well. They're another community school which serves kindergarten
Right.
through 8th grade in the city.
And that works out well most of the time. You know, they really have the older students set an example for the younger students. And I've been to Doran many, many times. Lots of good things happening over there.
Here we've got another float with a bunch of wonderful children on it.
Merry Christmas! And we have a marcher on crutches. You know, folks are dedicated.
Nope,
They
you
know
power
it.
through.
You power through. Yep. Looks like a foot injury. You definitely power through.
Here we have the Greater Fall River Community Food Pantry.
Yep, they're under the direction of David Parry. He's over on Nashua Street. They do receive funding from the United Way. I was over there last month with Evan Massoud, my co-worker, for a check passing, and they have just purchased a gorgeous truck to deliver some of the food, as some of the
Here it
food does
comes.
arrive from Boston.
And you know what,
There
Kim,
is the
I
truck.
think the float that just passed us with all of those wonderful children on it is PJ's Mission. And PJ's Mission is a 12-year-old cancer survivor who's now giving back to other children and their siblings who are fighting childhood cancer. They provide gifts to children on hospice care and then to make their last Christmas an amazing one. So really a
Oh, boy.
wonderful cause, a wonderful, you know, child, and
Yes.
just a really great thing. So I wanted to make sure we got them in.
PJ deserves every mention, and he's here, thankfully, many years. I've seen him in this parade before.
And now we've got the Old Colony Model T Club, a local organization consisting, oh my goodness, of people who love to drive antique cars. They're all
Well-
Ford models here.
It makes sense. These are lovingly restored. Rogers, Coney Island hot dogs, yep. Lovingly restored. You can smell like the diesel that they run on and the beeping. And it's amazing to think that their top speeds are, you know, maybe 18 miles, 20 miles an hour. Like if someone tells us we have to drive 18 miles an hour, yeah, nope, that's your top speed. But this is what was going through our city 100 years ago.
Looks like we have a couple costume characters as well coming down. Cookie Monster, Elmo.
Beautiful.
This is the United Service and Allied Workers of Rhode Island with IBEW 99, a Rhode Island union that is kind enough to donate their time every year to the parade and dress in those costume characters.
It's getting a little hard to see our screen here with the sun now, but we're doing our best. We're doing okay. POWMIA Memorial from the Allied Workers of Rhode Island, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers.
And you know, we have a couple more Santa's helpers as well. We have Unibank, TM Construction and Remodeling, Karam Financial, Collins Construction,
Bogle, DeSaint, and Coughlin, private attorneys. DeSaint, am I saying his name right?
I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, but we thank you for your donation.
We thank you. Narrow Center for the Arts
and Market Basket. So wonderful Santa's helpers who helped to make this parade possible. We appreciate all of the donations. Here we have the Dighton Rehoboth Falcon Marching Band walking down now as well.
Yep, they also perform with the Best Buddies Football Challenge in Boston. Dighton Rehoboth School has been recognized as being a very proud participant in the Best Buddies program, which is nationwide. So nice job to Dighton Rehoboth. Yeah, I want to remind everybody, though, stay tuned. 4 o'clock, we've got the tree lighting. It's a 42-foot, 6,000-pound
Oh my goodness.
evergreen that was moved from the Unitarian Church 2 weeks ago. And you've been seeing it up on Government Center, but, well, it'll be lit now, right through the holiday season. Oh, that sun feels nice.
I was just about to say the same thing.
I can see everybody getting a little more awake as the sun, brightens you up and warms you up a tad.
A special shout out to a couple of people at the end of the parade, because I don't think people realize that not only do we have volunteers up at the top, but we have volunteers at the end who help to direct people in which way to go, to keep the parade flowing. You know, after the performances, they direct them which way to go so nothing is held up. And one of my personal favorites is one of my very best friends comes from New Jersey every year, and even though we're not elves this year, she still came up to be able to direct traffic at the end.
Oh, that's special. Because, yeah, you can see that it starts to get a little hectic over here, right? As the first groups go, they now want to watch the tail end of the parade.
Oh, yeah.
So they start cramming in around Government Center, and we love it. We love it. Keeps you warm. More the merrier. So there is some...
Whoa.
There we go.
Nice flips going on there.
Yeah.
I think this is the Morton Middle School cheerleaders, as well as their float coming down the street.
Certainly looks like it. Okay, the Morton Mustangs. Is that what we have?
I believe so.
Yep, that's the Morton Mustangs.
And let me tell you, their float is coming down the street right behind them And this float is made completely from recycled materials. These are all created by students through one of their school's extended learning time classes. So pretty cool that there's
all right. We
no
got Big
waste
Bird.
there.
That Big Bird, and
I think that is Big Bird there.
yeah, that's Big Bird.
There it is. So these are all, as you can see, recycled materials: wood, cardboard, and they're at the Morton North Pole.
Good stuff. So
There's
yeah,
Deputy Chief Cullen there, keeping an eye out on everybody, making
didn't he
sure.
yesterday at the meeting? He's like, "What do you guys need?"
And then
I'll
we
help
have Ken Pacheco and Carol Valcourt that are on the parade committee and donate their time every single year to make this parade happen.
And I mean, it's a lot of hard work. Like, you feel good, but it's nerve-wracking, right?
I was going to talk about that with you because I can feel myself starting to calm down now that we're about, 3/4 of the way through the parade, and I'm like, okay, you worry so much that things are going to go wrong, but it always ends up beautiful. And like you said, the children's faces make it all worth it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's flexible and it's fluid, Anne-Marie, but you've done a dynamite job. The weather's cooperated. There's been years where it hasn't, and again, out of our control.
That's true. We're very lucky. Here we have Ultra Tan Salon and Spa, as well as some Fall River Girl Scout troops. This is going to be, the Girl Scouts have always been in our parade, but this is Ultra Tan's first year joining us, and the Girl Scouts help to build courage, confidence, and character in young girls to make the world a better place. And Ultra Tan Salon and Spa is located in Fall River, and they, are presenting some holiday spirit here.
Yeah, I want to talk too about, you get sponsorships, of course.
Right.
You get volunteers. You partner with folks like us here at Fred TV. To make it possible. It really is a community effort, and I think it also shows that it's appreciated just by the turnout. I know you've said in years past you've had some 10,000 people.
Oh my goodness!
Come into
yes.
the city.
Oh,
Double
for
that
sure.
sometimes.
Yes, especially if it's a beautiful day like today is.
Yeah.
Although it's a little bit cold, the sun is shining, and people are lining the streets. And what better to like you've spoken about. Raising awareness about the downtown businesses, taking advantage of that, as well as the free events that are in the city this weekend. It's a great thing.
It's win-win for all. So although it's a year of planning on your part, this is no small feat. I mean, you have to think of it as like organizing a massive birthday party.
It's very, very similar. I would like to give a quick shout out to the other committee members: Ken Pacheco, Carol Valcourt, Inez Leet, Grace Gerling, John Parry, Laura Ferreira, Tom Martin, Reno Vivala, Chuck Gregory, and Stephanie Golda.
Thank you.
So here we have the Colonial Pipers. This is Miracle Fish puppets. You can see the large wizard. This is made by puppet maker Vinnie Lovegrove and appears at the King Richard's Fair. Oh, and we also have the Rotary Club of Fall River. Don't want to miss them with their antique vehicle. They're a service-based organization.
100th year of service here in Fall River. The Rotary Club raises so much money.
And they also do, community service projects as well. Oh, and there's Domino's with their vehicle.
Seth Hockert Lots is a wonderful participant in our Donate Your Pizza, right?
Excuse me?
Domino's, doesn't Seth donate the pizza for you
He
folks?
does. He donates the pizzas for our Halloween party every year, as well as
Yes.
our kickoff to summer. And let me tell you, that is a lot of pizza.
Oh, I've been there. Yeah.
Oh, and this is Nightlife Entertainment Party Band. They've been doing parades for over 25 years.
All right. Good stuff. You know, I'll tell you, Anne Marie, this is, you're my good luck partner. You're going to do this again because they are like way in order.
I know, this is
Dynamite.
very lucky. Here we have the Calvary Temple Assembly of God, which is a local church in Fall River. And it looks like they have a radio flyer wagon as their float.
Yep.
This is based on Elf, the movie Elf. Winter
That's
Wonderland.
cute. Great idea.
I love the radio flyer.
Okay, this is our antique Maxim pumper from the Fall River Fire Museum, owned by Jay Chatterton and Nancy Chatterton. Hi, friends. Hi, friends.
And here
Good
is
people.
Njrotc from Durfee High School, which is the National Junior ROTC Leadership Program, which focuses on citizenship and leadership.
And again, I see them practicing in the halls of Durfee, and they have received national recognition for the quality of their program, Durfee ROTC. Okay, stay with us again. I'm going to keep reminding you because, boy, we don't want anybody to run away. 4 o'clock is our tree lighting live. I can't wait to see this beauty go up.
I know.
Over 8,000 lights have been strung up on the tree. And let me take a minute, though. We're at Studio Life, Art, and Dance.
So this is a visual and performing arts studio that teaches art, painting, ballroom dance, theater, fitness, and it's just an incredible resource in our city. You can see some of the dancers coming down the street. I know that they built their float. Their art students built their float, and it looks like they're going to give a little performance here.
Good stuff. You know, I give credit to these folks that come at the end because they've been lining up at the park with you since like 11:30.
Yes, that's it. So they have to hang out at Kennedy Park for a morning.
Look at them. Some of them are little tykes. So
they still have smiles on their faces.
Oh,
Wonderful.
they're having a ball. Are you kidding me? They're with their friends.
Yes, exactly. Great turnout from the dance studio.
I think the part I like the most too is people say, "Oh, I was in the parade, but I got to go back and watch it later on Facebook or
Yes.
one of the links in the channels," and they love to see that. Gates of Hope coming up. Yep, Gates of Hope again. A food bank, a distribution center, and storage that helps the needs of the greater Fall River. It's a faith-based hunger relief organization. Thank you for all that you do, Gates of Hope.
Cute little float we've got here. Looks like some pumpkins, snowmen.
Okay, hold on a minute. We got
Thank you.
things blowing away. Okay. Yeah, Gates of Hope. Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, it
Everything
looks
goes.
like their food pantry, assorted foods being represented. Oh, some nice cheerleading stunts here.
So it's got to be the UMass Dartmouth Athletic, maybe?
This is actually the South Coast Storm.
There
which is
you
an
go,
all-star
okay.
cheerleading gym for ages 4 to 18 years old here in Fall River, and they currently have over 40 athletes at their gym. So brought some down to the parade. They are new this year. They reached out to us again.
I was going to say to you, Anne-Marie, this is not ringing a bell with me, so let me just enjoy for a minute. The South Coast Storm.
Looks
Cool,
here like
okay.
we have Miss Massachusetts, I believe. Okay, this is Miss Massachusetts Outstanding Teen, and that's Rachel Parry. She's a senior at Old Rochester Regional High School and is attending Cornell University in the fall.
Okay.
And here we have Miss Massachusetts, who is Lindsey Littlefield. She's from Taunton and will be representing Massachusetts at the Miss America competition at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut on December 19th. So you can definitely tune into that on NBC to support Lindsey. And we have to say thank you to Paul Massey Chevrolet, who is a local dealer in East Providence who donated his vehicles, as well as Empire Hyundai for their donation.
Yeah, I mean, without the vehicles to carry these folks. What do we have now? The Marksman Band. Again, represent pride of the Drum and Bugle Corps.
We also had Miss Teen Inspirational pass by us with the Miss Massachusetts contingent, and that is Nicole Gendro. The Teen Inspirational Contest is a program that celebrates achievements and abilities of the participants and raising awareness about abilities, dreams, and aspirations, as well as the challenges.
Sure.
Looks like we've got Nemo. We found Nemo as well.
He left the tank to come to us. Yeah, this is another little guy who's just been around since my kids were little and still charms.
Take a listen to Marksman Band.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. This guy's cute.
Oh, yes.
Nemo.
And that's being held by one of our bronze sponsors, Rockland Trust Bank. They're a generous sponsor of the parade and the community bank in Massachusetts and Rhode Island.
Oh. See, I mean, I know you're telling me tag along, balloon. Come on. They're all beautiful. I don't see the difference. Look at the size of it. Oh, it's adorable. What a parade. Nice job again, lady.
Thank you very much.
You
know,
are
obviously,
welcome.
We would never be able to do it without the committee, as well as all of the organizations, the fire department, police department, the Department of Public Works, community maintenance, parks division, traffic. Everybody really is, you know, a big player in the parade. But oh, and here we have Youth Build just past us.
Youth Build, another great program here in Fall River, providing opportunity, jobs, employment, confidence with Youth Build.
Oh, and here we have B&A Towing, like I spoke about earlier. They brought their wrecker vehicle as well as their rescue vehicle.
It's like Captain Olympia on there.
The response vehicle is a reminder of the tow driving law, which is if you see a response vehicle helping on the side of the road, be sure to move over and slow down.
Absolutely.
And we also had Radio Voz do Emigrante, WHTB 1400 AM and 93.7 FM pass by, a great local station serving the Portuguese community. And it looks like we have the Aleppo Shriners, their motor patrol, playing some games in the middle of the street here.
I did not know that the Shriners had two separate...
They actually have many things that you can choose from to enter into the parade. So this one is replicas of the 1901 Oldsmobile, and they maintain, repair, and the members of the unit drive them. So they've won many awards for these. Many trophies. So yeah, there's a ton of different Aleppo Shriners units to choose from, and we try to mix it up every year.
Yeah. Again, when you see them, you know, the souped-up lawnmowers and the golf carts, and just the work that goes into it, and the tedious attention to detail to make them replica, like you said, of 1901 vehicles. And it's just, and at the same time, to be able to bring awareness to the organizations and the nonprofits it's a win-win. All
Yes.
a win-win. And
Yes.
then thrill us here in Fall River at the parade.
And here we have Eric B. Media, which is a company that serves at events such as games, weddings, businesses. They do graphic design, host podcasts, so something really great.
They're new, right?
They are new this year. Oh, and here we have UMass Dartmouth. Arnie.
Arnie
walking
the
by.
Corsair.
Oh, thank you, Arnie. We always love to have them represented here.
Oh, yeah, they're all yelling Arnie. So the UMass Dartmouth Corsairs. Oh, my goodness. So you had easily a 120 unit parade here.
Correct. That's not including the escort division. So these are people all with numbers that are, coming down the street, but the escort division, which was huge this year in honor of the veterans, aren't counted. So it ends up being about over 130 units.
Oh, my goodness. And I think have we thanked everybody we need to get through?
Well, let's run through some of the bronze sponsors that I think we
Okay.
weren't able to. We have Republic Services, St. Anne's Credit Union, Left Field LLC, AI3, and Amoresco.
We have Bisco Contracting, Altus Dental, Bristol County Savings Bank, Stark Architects, National Grid, Easy Disposal, LAL Contracting,
People Incorporated, Arbella Insurance, and Primacare. So as you can see, our list of sponsors is very long, and we are very grateful for that. But we wouldn't be able to do it without them, without the committee, without those organizations that we listed before, without you wonderful people from Fred TV and FRG TV supporting us to put on this wonderful, wonderful parade.
I've had a great time. I think we're going to make it a date every year.
I'm in.
Okay.
And here we have the Saints Brigade. This is one of our favorite units that we bring back from Port Chester, New York every year. So they made the drive. They got stuck in traffic, gave us a little bit of a heart attack this year.
You told me that.
But they traveled
made it.
5 hours to be a part of the parade. They're going to put on such a beautiful performance.
All
for
right,
you.
let's give them center stage. They deserve it. That's wise and wise. Unreal.
And let me tell you, I don't think I've ever seen them dressed in the same uniform. And they've been coming for many years now. They've always mixed it up for us, and we greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely beautiful.
You know, again, I want to say one more time the parade committee's name, so
Please
people
do.
know the hard
Please
work
do.
that everybody put in. We have Ken Pacheco, Carol Valcourt, Inej Leet, Grace Gerling from Recreation, John Parry, Laura Ferreira, Tom Martin, Reno Vivala, Chuck Gregory, and Stephanie Golda. Team of hardworking people.
So you've got a parade here that lasted pretty much over 2 hours.
Over 2 hours.
Like, that's crazy good.
And then I also wanted to very quickly just say that we have some judges that donate their time as well for the float contest.
Okay, let's hear it.
That is Shelly Pereira, Savannah Gaspar, Ron Cabral, Brian Bentley, Paul Treelor, and Chuck Gregory, who is the chairperson of that committee. Look who it is!
Look who it is!
Santa and Mrs. Claus, they snuck right up on me.
That's okay.
Hello. Looks like we've got the elves there.
Gorgeous. Hello.
Hi, Lorraine. All the way from the North Pole.
Wow, they've been escorted by the Fall River bike units. Not only
Merry Christmas.
Officer Ruggiero.
And this carriage is from Boston Bridal Company.
Beautiful.
They always bring Santa and Mrs. Claus here down South Main Street in Fall River every year.
Oh, that's special.
Can hear the children yelling for Santa Claus.
So look, they had the police escort. How cool is that, huh? Wow, I want to say I give you folks an A+ this year. Like most years. I mean, this outdid yourself.
Hey, it's always a great time.
It is a wonderful time. I am so pleased to have been joined by Anne Marie Hawley of Recreation Department this year. It was a treat to co-host with you.
Yes, it was wonderful. I had a great time. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to watch the parade.
Usually she's down at Kennedy Park like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
But you can take a breath now.
Yes.
After the tree lighting, go home and enjoy your daughter and your husband.
Yes.
And put your feet up and chill for a little bit.
Yes, and we hope people will stay, like you said, for the tree lighting, as well as come out to Recreation tomorrow for our free event from 12 to 3.
Right. Lots going on this season. We thank everyone who are our community partners who have helped make this event successful for 35 years.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Anne Marie. I'm Pamela Martin reporting for Fred TV. Stick around. The tree lighting happens at 4, and we'll have the sights and sounds of the Christmas season from the atrium at Government Center. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.